Let's get things started tonight with Steve Botari.
Adam, thank you. Today there has been yet another mass shooting in this country, this time in Georgia at a school. The details are still unfolding, but officials say 2 students and 2 teachers were killed, several more injured after a 14-year-old student opened fire. Mayor Craig, you've proposed an assault weapons sales ban, red flag laws, expanded background checks, and waiting periods. These exist in other states, yet they haven't stopped this type of violence. So why would it be any different here in New Hampshire?
Well, thank you, Steve, for the question. I want to thank WMUR and everyone who is tuning in this evening. You know, I want to start by saying last night you saw Kelly Ayotte's vision for our state, a vision where the most wealthy get ahead and the rest of the individuals in our state are left behind. And tonight you'll hear a different vision, my vision for the state that focuses on supporting our local communities, decreasing housing costs and energy costs, making sure we're strengthening our public schools and protecting reproductive rights. And to your question, Steve, we have to do everything we can to protect families in our state from gun violence. We know that we are not immune to this. And in the city of Manchester, as mayor, I implemented the city's first gun violence prevention strategy and have put forward a common sense plan to address gun violence in our state that says that we will require universal background checks, red flag laws, and prohibit guns from being brought into our schools. All while Kelly Ayotte, after Sandy Hook, was the only senator in all of New England who voted against universal background checks when 20 children were shot and murdered.
Councilor Warmington, you support these same policies. Why would they be effective here in the Granite State where we've seen them fail in other places?
You know, one of the most heartbreaking things that you see on the campaign trail is when you talk to parents who are sending their children off to school for the first time and they tell you that they are afraid. Parents shouldn't be afraid to send their kids to school. I've proposed a comprehensive gun violence prevention plan that is common sense gun violence prevention that the people of New Hampshire would want. They want universal background checks. The people of New Hampshire support red flag rules and 3-day waiting periods. And yes, we have proposed an assault weapons ban because we need to, as our first priority, to keep the people of our state safe. And that's what I will do as governor. I am going to be a governor who focuses on the working families of our state and the needs of our state and not on catering to special interests.
Mr. Kuiper, you've said your party is getting it wrong when it comes to the approach to this policy debate. Why?
Well, I want to start by saying my heart goes out to the folks in Georgia that suffered this brutal tragedy that happens too often. And, you know, my belief is that the Democratic Party needs to change the way they talk about guns because every time we elect a Democratic president, we have a record gun sales. We hit a new record in gun sales. And that's why I think we need to bring gun owners to the table and say we need safe gun laws that protect our children, and that's what I support.
I'm going to follow up with a question to you, Councilor Warmington. You've noted that you support an assault-style weapons ban. If that became law, what happens to all of the AR-15 rifles that are already in possession of private citizens right now in the Granite State?
You know, we will enact a gun violence prevention plan that's comprehensive, that will include the ban on assault weapons. We've done this before in our country. We can do it again. If the legislature so chooses, we may implement a buyback program. That will be up to the legislature. We will be working through the details, but we will be working towards the ban of these assault weapons. We do not need military weapons on our streets in New Hampshire.
Mayor Craig, what happens to all of the weapons that are in circulation that you would want to ban for sale?
So first, we will not be going after gun owners who are responsible gun owners. And we would consider a buyback program with the federal government who is responsible for something like that. But what we have to do is make sure that we are keeping our families and residents safe in this state. There is nothing more important. And as mayor, that's exactly what I did working with the Manchester Police Department. We decreased violent crime by 40%, implemented the first gun violence prevention strategy, and we will take that experience to the governor's office and make sure we are implementing common sense gun laws in our state to protect families.
Mr. Kuiper, is this a policy problem or a culture problem?
You know, you got to just wonder, how did a 14-year-old get a gun like that? And how do we, hold parents accountable when their children do things like this? And how do we just really get gun owners to understand that they're responsible for what happens to their weapons, and they need to be locking them up and treating them like the very dangerous things that they are?